Hey, what's up everyone? Today I'm installing the Ring Video Doorbell 2, so let's get started. Check it out. Alright, so as you can see here, this is my current setup. It's just basically an old-fashioned doorbell that's hardwired into the house. To remove this, there are no screws. You just pry it out and pull it straight out. I'm going to use a flathead screwdriver for this. And there's basically two springs that hold this in to the wall. And I'm just trying to disengage that. Just like so. As you can see there, there's your wiring as well. And by the way, the polarity on these do not matter. It's not like there's a positive and negative side. You're just trying to bridge the connection every time you ring the doorbell. So I'm just gonna go ahead and spread these apart just so I don't get any random rings in my house. Make the kids go crazy. There you go, there's your doorbell taken out. Make sure not to lose these wires into the wall. It would help just to spread these out as much as possible to prevent that from happening. And then go ahead and get your bracket ready if that's what you're going to be using. These wires go straight into that, and I wanted to angle that way, which is why I have it oriented like this. I'm going to try to get it to about there. I want it away from the door, so I can put it just about there, just so it's covering up the hole here. And something like that would be good. You can mark this with a pencil, but I'm actually just going to be drilling in some pilot holes just to get it started. And it's really not important to get it perfectly level at this point, because you can always angle it later on down the road. Okay, and now at this point, go ahead and take the included drill bit. This is a masonry bit, but it's going to be the right size for the wall anchors. Just want to double check my holes really quick, just make sure they're aligned properly. And yes, they are. Cool. Let's have a very light duty hammer just to help with the process here. Alright, nice and flush, cool. Alright, so I'm taking a look at this diagram here. You're going to want the little rubber gasket behind the panel here, and then put your screw in. Okay, so I got my two screws ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and place this in. Alright, and like I said earlier, I really don't like to use those included levels, so I have just a standard level here, and I'm going to place it right here on the side and just make sure that it's vertically straight. Alright, so that looks good there. I'm going to go ahead and tighten the screws down. Nice and secure, there you go. Okay, now at this point, you're going to want to make sure to connect these two cables to these two screws here. Like I said earlier, polarity does not matter. And you want to make sure to do this in the direction of the screws, so as you tighten it righty-tighty, make sure that this is kind of pointing in that same direction. It's not going to come loose as you're tightening it down. This low voltage connection is going to basically trickle charge this battery. Just make sure both sides are nice and tight, and there you go. And then at this point you can go ahead and take your 4 screws and connect everything all together. Alright, and these screws are threading in directly into plastic, so do not over tighten them. Just try to get them to where they're basically snug and won't loosen up over time. Alright, so that's looking really good right there. Nice and level, vertically straight. Love the angle as well. So at this point, the job is basically done. Go ahead and put the front fascia on, whether you selected the black one or the silver. Go ahead and pop it on just like this, top first, and then it'll snap on the bottom as well. Alright, and there's just a different comparison of the two colors, the black and the silver. I think the black looks really sharp. Now there is a safety screw on the bottom, so go ahead and take your included screwdriver, pull that out, swap into the specialized Torx bit. Alright, and then this threads directly onto the bottom of the unit, just like so. All right, there you go, nice and locked in. And at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and take off this protective plastic. There it is, nice and clean, nice and installed. All right, and here is what it looks like right here. This is a live view of the camera itself, and that's the quality that you get. As you can see here, the angle is pretty nice. I get the front view of the house right there, coming into the entryway, and then a little bit of the front door as well. So this nice little angle is just really perfect. Otherwise, it'd be facing like the next door neighbor's house. But yeah, this is basically where I'd be standing, and as you can see here, I'm almost in the center of that shot. Alright guys, that was my install video on the Ring Video Doorbell 2. Very nice unit. I love how everything's included in one box. There's no additional accessories that you need to pick up later on down the road. And everything is OEM Ring certified, so you know that the quality is definitely there. Alright guys, thank you for watching another James Fix It video. Again, this was a DIY install on the Ring Video Doorbell 2. Please subscribe if you're not already. Hit that like button, comment as usual. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.